What do you find important for students entering the workplace and understanding employment agreements?
The first thing I'll say is I'm not a deployment lawyer, which is a disclaimer that I have to give. But I've hired and fired a lot in a management capacity. I've worked on some employment agreements. I have a general idea. Contracts are customizable. Companies can write very creative and different things in those clauses, and so I can't advise on what they're all going to say. Really, all I can say is read it. If you don't understand it, ask them to explain it to you, or hire a lawyer and get an independent opinion. And the thing with contracts in general is when everything's fine, everything's fine. But when things change and maybe management changes over, or so many things can change that then all of a sudden we need that contract to say the thing that we waved off when we signed it. And things like a role description is can be really important in those cases. If it's like, oh, you're gonna have these responsibilities. I know it's not in the role description, but it's fine. Management changes over and they're like, hey, look at your contract. This is your job. All of a sudden, now you're in trouble. So I think that you really want to make sure that the contract is reflective of the expectations that were set up for you. You understand everything in it. And then it's all about your leverage and your bargaining power. If you don't have other options for jobs, maybe you're going to sign an agreement that is not as favorable as you would hope. But if you have lots of interest in you and you don't feel right about one of the contracts being offered to you, well, great. Now you can walk away and get something that is agreeable to you. And the farther you get along in your career, the more leverage that you'll have.
I agree with you. I feel like for things that I've experienced, and from other people, contracts are like really important when you're getting hired, especially for a new job. It can be really intimidating, scary, and a lot of employers take advantage of newly hires. If you are looking at a contract and don't feel pressure to just sign it then and there, I feel like for me, a lot of the times, like when I had my first job, I felt kind of pressured to sign it there because like the boss is standing over me instead of like taking my time, taking it home and looking at it. So I feel like that's something I can see people getting into is feeling pressured to like, oh, just sign it. Like,
Yeah.
but I think it is important, like you're saying, if you have any questions, talk to a lawyer or just taking it home and looking at it, looking at every single clause is important.